So we pull up to the cookout. We was boxing on the way there. Tommy rolled up on the way here. So I'm on every chick I see here.
Alright, today we are recapping issue number 5 of Saban's Go-Go Power Rangers, written by Ryan Parrott and illustrated by Dan Mora. This issue literally starts off in the past, a little over 10,000 years ago. The Brill army was defeated by Rita's putties, and their leader is found surrendering and trying to make a deal of survival with Rita. However, his sweet talk didn't get him too far, seeing as Rita wiped out his entire army. We also learn that Rita was assigned by Lord Zed directly to conquer 1,000 worlds. And we see in this issue, Rita Repulsa, she means business. Now Arrival Day plus 12, the Rangers are training in the Pocket Dimension with their Dinozords. And at one point, during their Zord sparring, Zordon pops in and tells the Rangers that Zords are some of the most powerful weapons in the universe, and the team has only scratched the surface on how to use them. We learn that when the Rangers morph, they automatically are connected to their Zords, and if they train hard enough, there are many defenses and abilities that they can use during real intense battle. The Rangers converse about their training and how they need to keep up at it. We also see how these teens have their hands full with school, jobs, and being superheroes, which at times becomes exhausting. Homecoming is coming up, and Jason totally spaced out on the event, even though the signs have been up all around Angel Grove High the past few months. Due to the alien invasion, I guess you could say some folks have been a little distracted. Zach Taylor got an invitation to the homecoming dance from a secret admirer, and Trini asked Jason if he is going to the dance. His response is, yep, as soon as the Rangers stop Rita and save the world. Then Bulk and Skull walk up to the friends at the lunch hour, and Bulk asks if they would vote for him to be homecoming king. The friends agree to help out, cause hey, everyone deserves a second chance. Then we flash over to Billy and his dad as Billy received a letter inviting him to an interview with the organization known as Promethea. Read Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 21 through 22, written by Kyle Higgins. This explains some of that tie-in. Billy's dad sits him down and has a very heartfelt talk with him, explaining how opportunities like this don't always come back around and how proud he is of his son. I also wanted to point out how the dad almost looks like David Yost to me, the actor that played Billy on the show. Not sure if anyone else noticed that, but I just thought I'd point that out as well. Then we flash back over to Angel Grove High, where Kim is conversing with Matt and notices that he seems different. She also says that they don't have to go to the homecoming dance, seeing as he was beaten like a piñata and thrown through a building. Matt insists that he's fine, and even though we all know he is a monster in disguise. Then the friends show up and are cheerful to see Matt in good health. Matt is glad to be back and is already going back to play football on the team, but we know the truth about the monster within. Flashing over to Rita's moon base, we get some humor which definitely landed and fit well in this comic. I loved how, Finster and Goldar are discussing the meaning of homecoming and what they think it actually is from an alien perspective. Rita tells Finster his creation is starting to raise suspicions, and Finster argues that the monster disguised as Matt is simply learning human behavior. Yet Rita is set on keeping the fake Matt at a distance and inflicting pain, and the only way to do that is with the real Matt. The real Matt is confused as to how he got in space, and Rita now wants him to tell her his deepest hopes, dreams, and secrets. Initially, Matt is resistant, but once Rita disguises herself as Kimberly Hart, Matt then gives in and says, okay, but if I do, they're never going to forgive me. I'm curious if Matt already knows that the group of friends are actually the Power Rangers, which would explain how Rita always spies on the friends when they are unmorphed. Just a thought. Then the comic flashes over to Jason training with the evil Matt, seeing as Matt wanted to learn some self-defense, seeing as he suffered injuries from the latest alien attack. Basically, this was a cover-up for the imposter to blend in due to the current circumstances. After Jason and Matt finish sparring, Matt asked Jason if he could, be his wingman during the homecoming madness, and also asked if Jason was going to ask Trini to the dance. Jason then became shocked by this question, but it's definitely obvious if you've been reading these latest issues of these comics. In the early days, Trini definitely has a thing for Jason. It seems as if Jason isn't really sure what to do in terms of the feelings Trini has for him and his feelings for her, or lack of romantically. Bulk and Skull then run into the mean girls of Angel Grove. The leader of the girls is running for homecoming queen and basically tells Bulk and Skull to back off while they have the chance. But if we know anything about those two, they aren't going to back down so easy. Flashing over to the Rangers, now back in the pocket dimension, they are back inside the Zords in training. They all seem to be looking for Jason and his T-Rex Zord, and astonished how he could hide something so big. As they are training, we can definitely see some of the team is distracted while talking about homecoming. Then Jason, the Red Ranger, pops out of his camping spot and attacks the team with roaring attack from his Zord. The team is startled and not really sure how to handle the situation. We then see that Jason seems to be frustrated with the team. Kim is playing matchmaker, Billy was focused on the smells of the environment rather than watching his back. Trini says everyone was just a little distracted, and Jason, he doesn't care for the excuses. In his words, like I tell my classes, when one of us fails, we all fail. We were all friends before. Now we're more than that. We're teammates. Zordon's right. Some of us are embracing this. Some of us are taking it seriously. Others are not. And eventually, that's going to get someone hurt. Maybe someone we care about. You think Rita cares if we're busy or if we're tired? You think she'll let up a little because we have homework? I'm sorry to say it, but if protecting all of us means I have to push you all a little harder to stop being your friend, then so be it. To be continued. Now I have to say, this moment at the end really revealed the strength and leadership in Jason. As much as the team are friends, there are moments when friendship has to be put aside to focus on the mission and protecting the team and the world. Just imagine a workout routine with Jason Lee Scott. Whew, I bet it's intense. Anyway, back on topic, I'm curious to see how these current events shape the team as they mature. It also makes me wonder what this crossover between Kyle Higgins' story arc and Ryan Parrott as the Shattered Grid event approaches in issue 25 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I love this, and I look forward to recapping the next issue. Be sure to leave a comment and tell me your thoughts about this issue. What did you like or what did you dislike? Also, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay updated on these comics and more. Well, until next time, folks, thank you so much for tuning in, and wham, bam, boom.